Now some test kits are not as accurate as other test kits. So these ones being so less accurate, these ones being more accurate. If you are using the less accurate test kits, they tend to be a lot quicker. But you need to use the tank as the main indicator. For example, if you check the nitrate on this, it may say 0, but you may see a little bit of algae in the aquarium. So if you see algae in the aquarium, just up your nitrate control. If you see there's no algae in the aquarium, reduce your nitrate control. If you do that at least once a month and you slowly fine tune what you're adding and what you see, then it's a legitimate way to run an aquarium. It's just that you're not going to be getting real-time testing. You're basically going to be getting cause and effect. So therefore, your nitrate goes up a little bit, your algae increases a little bit. Your nitrate goes down a little bit, your algae decreases a little bit. Particularly with phosphate as well. Whereas if you do the better tests, they tend to take longer to do, and they tend to be more expensive, but you are getting real-time testing. So therefore, if I'm testing with higher quality test kits, then I can see what my water quality is going to be like next month, or I can see what my algae is going to be like next month, as opposed to using the cheaper ones, or I have to wait and see how it is next month. So one is reactive and one is precautionary. So once again, if you want to use the cheap test kits, it's all good. It just means that you're going to be a little bit more reactionary with the way you look after your tank. If you want to use the better ones, it's going to cost you a little bit more money and it's going to take a little bit more time. But you're going to have a little bit more control over what your aquarium looks like next month. And once again, if you're on top of your maintenance and you're using these test kits and you're getting great results, that's fine. But if you're not on top of these, or you want to get more fine-tuned, better water quality, then using these sorts of tests are really the answer. Particularly if you're a hobbyist and you're aiming for perfect water quality, you really want to be using these tests. If you're a service guy like me that runs around testing everyone's aquarium and looking after the aquarium, you may as well only use this one, because the aquariums are only being, say, cared for once a month. So therefore the fine-tuning of this test may not be called for, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be there for a month anyway. So the fine-tuning that the better test kit may allow may be irrelevant, because nobody's there to retest it and nobody's there to fine-tune it. Anyway, see if that makes sense to you. Give us your opinion. Personally, I use the cheaper ones only because they're faster, and once again, I'm not there every week. I'm only there, tend to be once a month, so I don't need the fine-tuning of these ones. So the time that I save doing the tests and the money that would cost, I see value in the cheaper ones. But if it was my own tank and I was looking after it week to week, I would go for these ones, because you get more control. But once again, if you're not doing anything with that control, because you're not there till next month, all I'll do is test it with these ones. I'll look at the tank. If there's a little bit of algae in the tank, for example, I will increase my nitrate control or phosphate control or whatever other test I'm doing. Tend to run them all on dosing pumps to get best results. And then if I see a decrease in algae, for example, I'll just decrease the remover that I'm putting in the aquarium, for example. Anyway, so are you a reactionary person, or what do you prefer?